The great results of McLaren recently have sparked discussions about whether or not we might see one more team compete next season against Red Bull, besides Ferrari and Mercedes. And this certainly is something that Lando Norris thinks, as the British driver issued a very brave statement pointed towards the Austrian side. With two big talents in the Papaya squad, it might not be out of the realm of possibility that we actually have McLaren go head-to-head against Verstappen's machinery. But what would that mean for the team? McLaren driver Lando Norris made a bold declaration after securing second place behind Max Verstappen in the Japanese Grand Prix. And while acknowledging Red Bull's dominant form this year, Norris is looking ahead to 2024 with determination to compete for the title. This ambition may seem overly simplistic for a McLaren team that hasn't clinched a championship since 2008 and has struggled in the past decade, securing only one victory. However, their recent performance has been nothing short of extraordinary. At the start of 2023, McLaren appeared to be in disarray, facing difficulties in the initial 8 races of the season, accumulating a mere 17 points. The promises of imminent upgrades, which were expected to turn their season around, seemed almost extravagantly hopeful, if not imaginary. But then something remarkable happened, as a significant upgrade was introduced for the 9th race in Austria, initially applied to Lando Norris's car. The results were immediate, with podium finishes becoming a regular occurrence, culminating in Norris and Oscar Piastri securing second and third place in the Japanese Grand Prix, respectively. In the last 7 races, McLaren has been the second highest point scorer, gathering an impressive 143 points. Such a rapid ascent from a midfield contender to a serious title contender is unprecedented in recent Formula One history, and progress in the competitive hierarchy, especially in this era, is typically very slow, making McLaren's transformation all the more remarkable, which is attributed to the pivotal Austria upgrade and subsequent evolutions. McLaren, recognizing the vital importance of technical development in Formula One, continued their relentless pursuit of upgrades after the Austrian breakthrough, as the third and final major development of the season was unveiled in the Singapore Grand Prix prior to Suzuka, which encompassed changes to the front wing end plates, a revamped sidepod inlet, revised mirror mounting, and halo components designed to complement the modified bodywork structure, including a broader water slide. More significantly, a thoroughly revised floor was implemented, featuring updated fences, floor edge, and diffuser, along with various other minor adjustments. And these enhancements were engineered to maximize the aerodynamic potential facilitated by the side pod redesign introduced in Austria. Additionally, a new lower drag rear wing was introduced during the Dutch Grand Prix practice sessions following the August break, and Norris explained that this was geared towards improving aerodynamic load, cornering speeds, consistency, tyre wear, and traction, especially covering all the critical performance aspects of an F1 car. This upgrade was estimated to yield an improvement of more than 0.4 of a second in lap time. McLaren's major upgrades are done for the year, but there will be some minor ones to come, and the Woking side can anticipate a strong performance for the remainder of the season, including the upcoming race in Qatar. As team boss Andrea Stella aptly puts it, surpassing Red Bull remains a significant challenge. However, McLaren's exceptional recent form, coupled with Aston Martin's early season setback, positions them to potentially secure 4th place in the Constructors' Championship, an achievement that seemed implausible just a few months ago. It's these exact results that fill Lando Norris with confidence for the next season, going as far as saying that they can compete against Red Bull. "Another amazing day for us," said Norris, P2 and P3, so we couldn't have asked for any more. "The team did an amazing job. My start was very good. I almost had Max, but Max is Max as well. I didn't have a lot of chance in turn 2, but I tried. The pace was extremely strong today compared to everyone else. And I mean, we're not close to Max, but we're not miles away either. So it was a very good day. I'm also very happy for Oscar's first podium in Formula One, so congrats to him." The progress seen on the track is a testament to the substantial jumps McLaren has taken over the past 5 years, and this transformation was caused by the wake-up call in 2018, when the switch from troublesome Honda engines to Renault power units exposed significant technical weaknesses, which in turn led to a series of crucial decisions, the main among them being the appointment of team principal Andreas Seidel in 2019. Under his guidance, there was a shift to Mercedes engines, the establishment of a cutting-edge wind tunnel, and the implementation of a state-of-the-art driver-in-the-loop simulator. The impact of the wind tunnel will be most noticeable in the 2024 development phase, marking a substantial advancement in both technology and convenience compared to the Toyota Motorsport facility in Germany that McLaren had relied on for over a decade. The simulator is now operational and in the process of being integrated into the team's workflow for car development. So McLaren is confident that this move will rectify the gap it had fallen into concerning simulator technology, an area it originally pioneered in Formula One. Additionally, significant changes were made to enhance production turnaround and design processes. The shorter the time between finalizing a design and implementing it on the car, the better. The technical leadership also underwent a major overhaul under a new team principal, Andreas Stella. Earlier this year, technical director James Key departed, and a trio of technical directors was brought in. Peter Prodromou as TD for aerodynamics, David Sanchez as TD for car concepts and performance, recruited from Ferrari, and Rob Marshall as TD for engineering and design, signed from Red Bull. While Sanchez and Marshall are yet to commence their roles at McLaren, this new structure is already in operation. With Lando Norris secured until the end of 2025 and Oscar Piastri recently signing a contract extension until the end of 2026, McLaren boasts a highly promising driver lineup. In essence, McLaren possesses the necessary facilities, personnel, and resources to re-establish itself as a prominent force in Formula One. The critical question, however, remains whether it can address the long-standing technical weaknesses that have plagued its cars for years. McLarens have been known for their challenging handling characteristics, stemming from a combination of intricate tyre behaviour and aerodynamic irregularities. Norris maintains that these factors still hinder him from driving the car in the manner he ideally desires. He explains that the car demands a certain approach, which he finds less to his liking. He describes it as favouring a sharper cornering style over a smoother U-shaped line to maintain higher minimum speeds. McLaren tends to operate on the edge, making this style of driving difficult, a challenge that Daniel Ricciardo also faced in the past. If McLaren can address these characteristics, it has the potential to consistently contend for victories. Even Mercedes admitted that McLaren has the faster car at the moment, and it will be extremely hard for the Silver Arrows to keep that second spot in the constructors' standings, because, contrary to popular belief, it really does matter where you finish in those standings as well, considering the prize money is quite bigger for P2 rather than P3. McLaren are now a serious contender, and people are starting to take them seriously rather than dismiss them, which is a breath of fresh air in this season of Red Bull dominance. But Stella knows that nothing is ever guaranteed in Formula One, and sees Aston Martin's current struggles as an example of how quickly things can change. Its Silverstone-based rival was a regular podium finisher in the first races of the year, but is now having to fight hard to stay in the points. Asked how mindful McLaren was of how quickly progress can stop in F1, Stella said, "Very mindful, very, very mindful. And if anything, we are trying to be as rigorous as possible from a development point of view. We want to ensure that we are not shortcutting any step and that we don't get to a situation where we say we need to develop faster. Then you start to skip some methodical steps that we have applied so far. I think everyone at McLaren, especially the technical leadership, is very aware that the pace of development is already fast. And that's what we need to keep pursuing. Then we'll see, once we are over the winter, big steps are possible, or like with McLaren, that you can do it even during the season." Ultimately, regardless of how significant a stride McLaren makes in 2024, even if they emerge as Red Bull's leading challenger, everyone anticipates Max Verstappen and Adrian Newey to lead the way for Red Bull. Red Bull will not remain static, and their exceptional mastery of these ground effect regulations suggests they may dominate in 2024 and 2025. Yet if McLaren can truly surpass Mercedes, Ferrari, and the rest of the pursuing pack to become a genuine threat to Red Bull, it would prove that a return to the glory days might indeed be just around the corner. Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Do you think McLaren will come back on top soon? Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.